Nigel Short, Grandmaster Simul. Welcome to the RHS Club. Could you tell us what brings you back to Ottawa?
It's all simultaneous exhibition and a couple of lectures over the weekend.
Oh, good. Now, I know, because I've looked at your career, that you actually have played in world champions in finals before, too, including beating Tikhon Petrosian when you were 13.
That's right. I played with Boris Spassky as well. I drew with Boris Spassky.
I imagine it must have been quite a thrill to beat a former world champion.
Yeah.
Now that you're on the other side of the table, do you ever worry that you might be the victim of a young Jeweler's thrill of a lifetime win?
I'd be very surprised if I win all my games, so I'm expecting to drop some points here and there. I'm a little bit tired, a little bit jet lagged.
Good news for us.
My normal idea is if I score over 90%, it's a very good result. So I'm not too bothered. So mistakes are inevitable. Sort of thing.
Of course, and we can only hope as a rooter for the home team for you. Well, you have a long night ahead of you, so good luck and let's begin.
Okay, thanks.
Nigel's a relative youngster compared to some of us. He was a chess prodigy. I guess you became an IM at 14 and a grandmaster at 19. So for you youngsters, you've still got a little bit of time, but not a whole lot if you're going to beat his record. One of the highlights of Nigel's career, which had many, was when he contended for the World Championship in a match with Garry Kasparov after having respectively dispatched in prior matches Boris Gelfand, Anatoly Karpov, who had, of course, been world champion for many years, and finally Jan Timmer, before he played Kasparov. He did not win, but it was a fascinating match. And subsequently he's gone on and he's won 3 times Commonwealth champion, European champion, the top British player clearly in the 20th century. Continues to play at a very high level. For those who want to put it down on your pads, I guess your rating now is what, about 2680. It was up in the 2700s when that really meant something. He came to Ottawa in 2007 and was half a point back for first place in that event. And more recently, Nigel's been heavily involved with his old rival Kasparov, supporting his old rival Anatoly Karpov for the presidency of FIDE. Unsuccessfully this time around, but there is always another time. So with that, let me introduce Dr. Nigel Short. Nigel, what are the rules of engagement tonight?
Well, it's fairly simple. There are maybe 1 or 2 people who haven't played in such an exhibition before, but the most important rule is you make your move when I come to the board. You make it when I arrive, not before and not afterwards. So that's the most important rule.
There will be no passes.
No passes, no consultation. That's really it. If we get down to the last few boards, I will give people a little more time. I'm not going to torture anyone. Well, I'll try and torture you on the board, but I'll give people a little more time when we come down to the last few boards. But that's at my discretion. Yeah.
Nigel, so let's say you get down to 1 or 2 boards.
Yep.
Let's say 1 board. Wouldn't you put the marks on then?
Well, if it's going very slowly, if the game is not going to, play it by ear. Play it by ear, yes.
It won't be a problem. If we come to that, Al, these finish so quickly.
These things, they're normally, it's only in 1 or 2 cases that I've experienced that it's been necessary to use a clock under those circumstances. It happens occasionally.
Okay, well with that I will say if there are any difficulties or concerns or...
Sorry, one other item for everyone. Everyone will notice that you have the carbon score sheets in front of you. We require to have the yellow copies when you're finished. So please hand them to Mr. Upper or myself, John, or myself, once your game is finished.
There seems to be one spare. Do you have a waiting list?
That, Al, it's okay. We were going to have 30, we have 30. That's my seat, Al. So, and I'm not, unfortunately for personal reasons, I'm not going to be able to take it. On the score sheets, that's not an option. You are required to leave the sheet so we have a record of the game.
And if we have your email addresses, then we'll be sending out all of the game scores to everyone.
Please write your email on the score sheet. We don't have a complete email list.
Oh, that's a good point.
That would be a very good idea. Write your emails on the score sheets.